So yeah, this is Paolo Jasmine, and I am. This will be a quick video blog. I hope it's a quick video blog. I'm working on a piece, theater script that I haven't yet finished. I'm on page 17, and I'm just going to read a little bit of it because I want to see how it sounds, and I want you all to write comments, suggestions, ideas. It's a something about my personal life. So anyway, so the stage. It all started when I was 5 years old. I was about to take a shower when I found one of my mother's dresses in the laundry basket, and I decided to try it. I walked into a mirror to look at myself. At that point, I knew I was a woman. Also, at that point, I heard my mom's calling and knocking on the door. Son? Are you there? Yes, Mom. What are you doing? I, I, I'm busy. I'm with a stomachache, and I'm about to take a shower. Could you give me a few more minutes? Hurry up, dinner is almost ready. Okay, Mom. That was a really close call. I knew then that I had to be more careful or run the risk of being discovered by my parents. I knew my family and friends will not understand. I knew I'd be in trouble if anyone would find out. Most parents teach their sons to be a man, to be strong and tough, to fight as a man if you must, and so I tried to be tough. I was small and not very strong. Other boys were stronger than me. Why you do not go and fight him? But I don't want to fight. Are you a chicken? Are you a sissy boy? I am not. I really don't want to fight. Fight, or else we will make you fight. I really don't want to fight. Please. No, 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 no. They pushed me to the floor. When I was falling, I scraped my lip with zipper of the person that were trying to force me to fight. I was injured. I was bleeding. I went home and I didn't know what to tell my mom, so I just keep it for myself. Anyway, that's one of the sections. Let me see if I can find a different one here. Let's see, moment. In 1988, I did an internship with the United States Environmental Protection Agency, and in 1999, after I came back to Puerto Rico, I was driving back to school to finish my last semester, and I discovered a wrestling company on the way. I decided to stop. Hi, so you guys from wrestlers? Yes, we do. Are you interested? Yes, I am. Well, come here Tuesday at 7 p.m. Sure. Thanks. And that's how I got started into the wild world of wrestling. This is where the story gets interesting. I started training 2 days a week for 3 months, and although I was excited, I was still struggling with my gender identity. After I started wrestling, I thought I was living two very different lives. One, tough-looking, brave warrior named Peter el Destructor. On the other side, the tender, sensitive side of me struggling to finally come out. Was it possible to be both? Was it possible for me to come out? I just didn't know. And so I focused on school and training. I didn't have a girlfriend, so things were relatively easier. Training also meant staying away from my friends. Told them I was wrestling, but they couldn't cope with it. After 3 months, I had my first match, and soon after, I had a championship belt on my waist. Things were going okay until I got stopped by a broken ankle. At this time, I was also in graduate school. I had heart surgery, and my life was slowed down for a while. I remember when I was in the hospital and my parents went to see me after surgery. So, here you are. Stop, Dad. I know what you're going to say. I told you so. Well, I'm glad you know. My dad didn't like the fact that I was a wrestler. To this day, I don't know why. After I recovered from my broken ankle, I had bills to pay, so I decided to put on hold my graduate studies and get a job. I ended up moving to Philadelphia in 2000 and working for the US EPA Region 3. This was going to prove to be a major stepping stone for me, because it was at this point that I discovered a whole lot of information about transgender out there, about transgender people. Yes, I was not the only one. Finally, information was becoming available and easier to find. In parts thanks to the internet. At this time, I also started buying my own women's clothes. Still, I was afraid to come out. Also, at this point, the desire to transition started getting stronger. I was also in conflict. Part of me wanted to finally come out, and part of me wanted for like returning to wrestling. For a while, I stayed out of wrestling because of my leg injury. I was living alone and also a double life. During the day, I was working, living life as a man. At night, I would cross-dress on a daily basis, but I was still afraid of going out. I would just stay dressed in my apartment, watch some TV, cook, eat, and sleep. In 2001, I finally decided to get back into wrestling. Why? I was denying myself. Part of me wanted to transition, become the woman I knew I was, but another part of me was telling me that I should be a man, And so my mind told me that I had to prove that I was a man, and so I decided to get back into wrestling. So I joined the Monster Factory, a wrestling school in South New Jersey. So when I was go to work, go home, cross-dress, and on weekends go to training to become a pro wrestler. I trained there until October 2001. In October 2001, I was forced to quit my job. My supervisor did not want to sign the end of my probation. Having no car, no job, and little money, I decided to return back to Puerto Rico. Once I arrived back, I decided to reapply to grad school. At the same time, I tried wrestling again, but my dad prohibited me from using the car, so I couldn't go anywhere. I got accepted back to school, and I moved back away from my family. I started school, and at that point, having brought my women's clothes back with me, I decided to see a counselor at school. I still remember the first time I went to see the counselor. Sit! How can I help you? Well, I don't know how to say this, but I'm going through a few issues, and I felt I need to talk to someone. What kind of issues? Well, personal issues. Most of the fact that I don't know how to say this. I cross dress. I wear women's clothes, and that is really an issue. Well, I do not know. It's just that I'm not sure. Ah, I see. Have you told anyone? No. And is this something you do once in a while? Lately, almost on a daily basis. Have you thought about living full-time as a woman? No? Are you sure? Because if you want to transition and live life as a woman full-time, I can help you. I just don't want to lose what I have. I'm also dating someone. Does she know? I'm planning to tell her, but I'm not sure if she will understand or how she will react. Is there a cure for my problem? A cure? What do you mean? Well, can I be cured? Can I stop doing what I'm doing? Is that what you want? Yeah. I'm not sure how easy that will be. It is who you are, and you should not be afraid of who you are. We can try, but I can't make you any promises. As it happens, my counselor was right. The only cure for this is to accept who you are. At the same time, I had this friend who I was trying to date, and trying to take things to a different level in a relationship. I decided to tell her what was going on. I remember she was working in the lab on her thesis project. I remember when I told her I was scared, and I thought she was not going to understand and ended up hating me. So, what do you want to talk about? Well, there's this part of me I think you should know about, and I feel I need to tell because this has been going on for a while, and I'm trying to deal with this. Let me guess. You are gay. No, 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 not really. Well, what it is. I. It is okay if you are gay. Just say it. I have other friends that are gay. I am not gay. I mean, at least I don't think I am. I. I'm a cross-dresser. I think. I wear women's clothes. Been wearing women's clothes since I was 5 years old. You're the first person I tell. Oh my god. Are you serious? Yes, I am. And you're sure you're not gay? Yes, I am sure. Otherwise, I would not be feeling attracted to you, which is why I'm telling you this. I'm just trying to be honest. I'm just in shock. I never suspected. This is confusing. I know, which is why I never want to tell you. Because I know it's not easy to understand this given our culture. But I have a friend that is gay and he wears women's clothes. But I am not gay. Your friend is a drag queen. He just dressed to perform on stage, probably. I don't. But why you dress? Because it's probably a side of my personality wanting to be out? I just don't understand. I knew you will not. I have another friend that wanted to transition and live life as a woman. You have not. No, I do not think so. Of course, I was lying to her. Afterwards, we decided to be together, and the day before she broke up with me, the day before she broke with me, we talked again. I wasn't prepared to hear what was coming, and this probably was the saddest moment in my life. So, what do you want to talk about? I've been thinking about what you have told me, and it's just like you're two different persons, and I know you've been talking with a cancer, and she told you that there's a possibility to be cured, but I'm having my doubts. What do you mean? I'm trying my best. I think you want to be a woman. What? I think you want to live life as a woman. I, I, no, I don't. For the first time, I was facing the truth, and this time, not coming from me, but from my own friend, from my own girlfriend. And she did not even knew that I was actually wanted to transition. I cried. I knew what was going to happen next. I had read about it. The next day, she broke with me. I tried to convince her not to. I told her how much I loved her and that I could change, that I was going to change. But I was telling her more lies. I'm sure she knew. And so it was over. I did really like her, so I was really hurt. I went home for a week and did nothing but lay on bed. I fell alone once again. So, after a week of recovering part from the breakup, I decided to tell my parents. I told them what happened. I also told them that I was dealing with issues with my gender identity. They did not understood. All my dad was able to say was, well, don't do it again. And my mom just said, it's nothing. You will meet someone much better. She was not for you. I could introduce you to someone I know who is single. No thanks, Mom. I'm not interested. And of course, I purge. I throw all my women's clothes away to the trash. And for the 100th time, I promise never to buy or wear women's clothes again. For a few weeks, I was able to keep this promise. And I also let myself grow a goatee. I do not want to think about this again. I want to make all my feelings disappear. I was in such a deep denial and avoidance that I called my friend who was working as a wrestler and told him I wanted to wrestle again. Hey, it's me, PJ. Hey, PJ, what's up? My girlfriend broke up with me and I felt I need something to channel this negative energy to distract me. Well, I'm sorry to hear. I know the cure for that. Wrestling! That's why I'm calling. You know of any shows coming up? Oh, there's this one this weekend. I will tell them you're coming. I'm sure they will let you wrestle. Thanks. I was back in the wrestling business. During weekdays, I was trying to finish my master's degree, and on Saturdays, I was traveling all over the island of Puerto Rico wrestling for little or no pay, trying to avoid thinking about transition and denying who I was. However, it did not last that long. Being in school proved to be stressful because my ex-girlfriend and I were in the same department, shared common friends, had an office in the same building, and in the same room. So I saw her almost on a daily basis. This was very painful because I still had some feelings for her. And so it happens that all that stress started accumulating. School, my ex-girlfriend, wrestling, family, and my gender issues, and of course, loneliness. And so I started drinking. And eventually I started buying women's clothes again. And I started doing karaoke too. Every Tuesday night, I'll be at my studio and decided to transition to finally be who I was getting stronger and stronger each day. One day I wrote on my journal, March 2, 2003. Ever since I was young, I've dreamed of being a woman. Even to this day, I was born female. Even to this day, I wish I was born female. Because I think it will have been easier for me not having to go through this. I've been thinking about doing a sex change. The problem is that I'm not sure what my family will think, what my friends will say, what will happen to my professional life, and what will happen to my personal life, or what will happen to my wrestling career. All of this fear. This is fear that things will not go as I plan. I close the journal and head out to a bar. I'll drink a few whiskey shots, then 2 or 3 beers, and then get on the stage and sing. And maybe here I will probably add some music and... Okay, I'm sorry, I'm talking out of character, okay? Anyway, I taught myself how to play the harmonica at that time, so one of my favorite songs to sing was Johnny Be Good. On the guitar solo, I would add a harmonica solo. Nothing fancy, but the crowd loved it. Probably because they were all as drunk as I was. I would sing other songs too, but eventually I get to a point where I was so intoxicated I started talking with stranger women most of the time, and it was because I was pushing myself to do it. Hey, how you doing? Hi, how are you? Good. Having fun? Yeah, you? Yeah, I think so. Do you have a boyfriend? No. Sweet. Flowers. $5 for a flower. Can I get one? $5. Here. Thanks. This flower's for you, darling. Thanks. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to sing again. I think this was pathetic. Later, I would be so drunk I could barely drive back home, but I was able to do it. I was alone most of the time, drinking, and so I had no choice but to drive. I was lucky police never stopped me, and I never had an accident. So sometimes I'm sitting on the sidewalk, asking people for a ride. Hey, can you please give me a ride home? I'm too drunk to drive. Sorry, I can't. Thanks. Oh shit, I shall not drink this much. Oh well, I have no choice. Red, you know the way, take me home. My car was red. When I arrive back to my apartment again, I will start talking to myself. Fucking shit. I am such a big coward. Wow, I just not accepting myself. Oh gosh, I will never drink again. This sucked my life. And so is this the story of my life. Wow. I feel trapped. Can't go out. And I'm so damn fucking alone. Oh gosh, I need the help. I do. I just don't know where to find it or who to ask. Maybe I should tell my concert, but then what? I'm going to tell my friends or my parents. They will never understand. They will be so disappointed. God, I hate you. Why just don't make me a female while I'm sleeping and change my life so I don't have to deal with this? I know you can do it. You're God, right? And why you don't make it happen? Make things easier for me. I just can't take this anymore. I need to do something, but I'm afraid to. I'm too fucking afraid. I will start crying. I used to be Catholic, and yes, I used to pray to God. Then I will fall asleep. Next day I will wake up with a headache from all the drinking. I will promise myself not to drink again. Sometimes I will wake up, scared someone will open the door and find me dressed in my woman's clothes. I was afraid. I don't know how I did it, but eventually I was able to finish my thesis project. And at that point I applied to grad school at RPI. I was waiting for a decision. I wanted to move away from my family and friends. Away so that I could escape my ex-girlfriend, and away so that I could find a way to transition. Got accepted at RPI, and that's where the process of coming out begins. I moved to Troy in August of 2004. I decided to go and talk with the counselor, but I was afraid of telling him. One day in 2005, I decided to tell my housemates. And this is where I'm going to leave it, because I think I have gone way too long. Anyway, peace for now.